Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today and welcome to the home of FIFA career mode hints, tips and news. If you are new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And in today's video we will be looking at the best contract expiry players in season number 3 who will join your team in season number 4, but obviously at this point in career mode quite a few players will have transferred, but I did find over 40 who are available in this particular career mode. And first up is Andrea Ranocchia from Inter Milan, a centre-back whose weekly wage is around 27 grand. Benny Benigami from Everton is a central defensive midfielder, still only 23 in season number 3, and his weekly wage will be around 33 grand. Bright Nkabade from Wolves, again he's only 23 in season number 3 with an overall of 73, his weekly wage will be around 42,000. Rashid Ghazal from Leicester, 29 in season number 3, he has an overall of 73, he's a right winger and his weekly wage is around 54k. A bit of a career mode legend from earlier editions of FIFA, Jairo Riedewald from Crystal Palace, is a centre back or central defensive midfielder, 25 in season number 3 with an overall of 74 and his weekly wage is around 33.5 grand. Majid Waris from FC Porto is a right midfielder or striker, 30 years of age in season number 3 with an overall of 74 and his weekly wage is 10,500. Philippe Sandler from Manchester City is a centre-back, 24 years of age in season number 3. He has an overall of 74 and his weekly wage is around 57,000. Jordan Ayew from Crystal Palace, he's a striker, 30 years of age in season number 3 who has an overall of 75, his weekly wage 45k. Lewis Baker from Chelsea, who can play central midfield, central attacking midfield or central defensive midfield, he's 26 years of age in season number 3 with an overall of 75 and a weekly wage of 70,000. Jack Harrison from Man City with a real face, he can play left midfield or right midfield, 25 years of age in season number 3 with an overall of 75 and his weekly wage is 75k. Fikayo Tomori from Chelsea, the centre-back in season number 3, is 24 years of age and has an overall of 76 and his weekly wage is around 57,000. Turkish international and Everton striker Cenk Tosun, who's 30 years of age in season number 3 and has an overall of 76 and his weekly wage is 64k. Daniel Vaz from Valencia, he can play right back, centre midfield or right midfield, he's 32 years of age in season number 3 and has an overall of 76 and his weekly wage is 25.5 thousand. Now this next player I really do recommend, and that is Keaton Parks from Benfica. He's a central midfielder or central defensive midfielder from the USA. He's 24 years of age in season number 3 and has an overall of 76 and his weekly wage is 10,500. Derek Lucassen from PSV. He's a centre-back or central defensive midfielder. In season number 3 he's 26 years of age and has an overall of 76 and his weekly wage is 14,500. Fabian Delph from Everton, who can play central defensive midfield, central midfield or left back. He's 32 years of age in season number 3 and has an overall of 77, but his weekly wage is quite high at 58 grand. Another player I highly recommend is Uros Rakic from Valencia. He's a central defensive midfielder or central midfielder, 23 years of age in season number 3 with an overall of 77 and his weekly wage is 23,500. Benjamin Stambouli from Schalke, he can play centre-back or central defensive midfielder. In season number 3, he's 31 years of age and has an overall of 78 and his weekly wage is 27k. John Joe Kenny from Everton, he's a right back. In season number 3, he's 24 years of age and has an overall of 78. He has a real face and his weekly wage is 53,000. Mohamed El Neni from Arsenal, he can play central defensive midfield or central midfield. In season number 3 he's 29 years of age and has an overall of 78 and his weekly wage is 65,000. Luis Araujo from Lille, he's a left midfielder. In season number 3 he's 25 years of age and has an overall of 79 and his weekly wage is 38,000. Another player that I really do recommend in season number 3 is the Manchester United goalkeeper Dean Henderson, who has a real face. In season number 3 he's 24 years of age and has an overall of 79. His weekly wage is 60,000. Dejan Lovren of Liverpool is a centre-back. In season number 3, he's 32 years of age with an overall of 79 and his weekly wage is 73k. Marco Benassi from Fiorentina, he's a central midfielder. In season number 3, he's 27 years of age and has an overall of 80 and his weekly wage is 55,000. Yet another Everton player on the list, and this time it's Gylfi Sigurdsson. He's a central attacking midfielder. In season number 3, he's 32 years of age and has an overall of 80 and his weekly wage is 79,000. Because this career mode was started before the last patch on consoles, Hector Herrera still doesn't have his game face in this career mode, but he is available to sign on a pre-contract in season number 3. He's 31 years of age, 80 overall, weekly wage 52 grand. Martin Dubravka from Newcastle United, goalkeeper, 33 years of age in season number 3 with an overall of 80 and his weekly wage is 33k. Jan Bednarek from Southampton, he's a centre-back. In season number 3, he's 25 years of age and has an overall of 80. His weekly wage is 50,000, but he's already signed a pre-contract with another team in this career mode. Emil Forsberg from RB Leipzig, he's a central attacking midfielder or left midfielder. In season number 3, he's 30 years of age and has an overall of 82 and his weekly wage is 61 grand. Another one of my high recommendations is Lewis Cook from Bournemouth. He's a central midfielder. In season number 3, he's only 24 years of age, but has an overall of 82. He's got a real face, and his weekly wage is 68 grand. Next up is one of my personal favourite strikers from FIFA 18, and that's Andre Silva of AC Milan. He's 26 years of age in season number 3 with an overall of 83, and his weekly wage is 58,000. Now you will need a big budget to sign this next player on a pre-contract, and that's Rafinha from Barcelona, who can play central attacking midfield, central midfield or right wing. He's 28 years of age in season number 3 and has an overall of 83, but look at that weekly wage, a massive 175k. Andreas Christensen from Chelsea, he's a centre-back. In season number 3, he's 25 years of age with an 83 overall. He has a real face and his weekly wage is 105,000. Rodrigo is a striker from Valencia. In season number 3, he is 30 years of age and has an overall of 83 and his weekly wage is 52,000. Now up next is another player that you will need deep pockets to afford his wages, and that's James Rodriguez from Real Madrid. He can play central attacking midfield, central midfield or right midfield. He's 30 years of age with an 85 overall in season number 3, but his weekly wage is a big one, 200 grand. Peter Golashki from RB Leipzig, he's a goalkeeper. In season number 3, he's 31 years of age and has an overall of 86 and his weekly wage is 64,000. But just to reiterate what I said earlier, this career mode was started before the recent patch that included quite a lot of face scans, including a lot for Ajax. But Andre Onana is available in season number 3 on a pre-contract. In season number 3, he's 25 years of age, has an overall of 87 and a weekly wage of 28,500. Another player you'll not be able to afford unless you've got a big budget is Ousmane Dembele from Barcelona, who can play right wing or left wing. In season number 3, he's still only 24 years of age and has an overall of 88 and his weekly wage is an eye-watering 270,000. Nicolas Soule from Bayern Munich with a real face is a centre-back. In season number 3, he's 26 years of age and has an overall of 89 and his weekly wage is 175 grand. So if you played a career mode all the way up to season number 3, why not wait till January and sign Neymar on a pre-contract? He's a left winger or central attacking midfielder. He's still only 29 in season number 3 with a 91 overall, but his weekly wage again is quite a big one, 240,000. And the penultimate player on today's list is the one with the highest wage out of them all, and that's a goalkeeper from Barcelona, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. In season number 3, still only 29 years of age, but has an overall of 92, but his weekly wage is not for the low budget teams, it's 330,000. But the final player on this list is the highest potential player in FIFA 20, and that's Kylian Mbappe from PSG. He's a striker or right winger. In season number 3, he's still only 23 years of age, but has a massive 94 overall. But that 94 overall does come with a big wage of 250,000. So if you are approaching season number 3 in career mode and you can afford to pay their wages, then these are the players to look out for to sign on a pre-contract agreement to join your team in season number 4. So all that remains to say is thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to tune into my channel next time for more FIFA 20 content, but for today, it's FCG out.